Hello, and welcome to our IBDP results video. So we've been doing the IB program for a while, and our results just came out today. We're November 2024, and we are hoping to do well. I'm going to go through my results, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah. Well, both of us have been doing the IB for a very long time. We were enrolled in the IB daycare kinder program, and then we did the PYP, and then the MYP, and now the DP. So it's been about 16 years in the making, right?
Yeah. We started in level 2, yes. So yes, these results are very important to me. They determine my future, so let's get into them. Okay, starting off, some people do the spinning wheel for these results videos. I don't like those. I just like going through them one by one. Let's start off with English A, language or literature, so LOL. This is a subject which is apparently really difficult to get a 7 in because a lot of people have tried and struggled even though they're good at English, and it's really strict and subjective. So let's hope I do well. Should I just go into
just
it?
reveal.
Whew.
Well done.
Okay,
Well done.
that's the one I was probably most stressed for. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Okay, right in the middle. That's
Decent.
good.
That's a very good performance. Very
Good.
good job.
I'm happy with that. Okay. Whew. Perfect. Now going into Spanish B in English. I know some of my classmates had to do this one. They had to actually do Spanish B in Spanish. And that meant the entire paper, like the questions, were in Spanish. The entire paper was literally in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know why they choose that.
Yeah, I know. So I'm very lucky we got to do it in English. So yeah, let's review. Yeah, I was pretty confident about that one, but I'm quite happy still nonetheless.
Well, you cleared that grade boundary. I mean, to be fair, you did it in English.
Yeah, true. If I did in Spanish, I wouldn't have even come close. So I'm very lucky with that. Very happy. Next subject, let's go straight from TOC, HR. And yeah, they changed this quite a bit from the last November 2023, May 2024, they were different. November 2024 and May 2025 are the first ones to actually implement in a different grading system. So now TOC has a grade from 1 to 7. The E is still a letter grade, and one of your other subjects becomes a letter grade based on your choice. So I've changed the matrix, you can look it up. And I did TOC HR, you did SL, right?
Yeah, I did TOC SL.
Yeah.
I think TOC HR is such a challenging subject because in the final essay, your word count is 100 more than what we get in SL, which is a lot of extra fluff to put in there.
Like, I was having to make up different things. I got ChatGPT to like inspire me on what I could kind of make up to fill in another 100 words. I think the key tip is to just change words into more complex ways of saying it. So instead of saying, I think this to be the case, say, I believe this could or may not be the case, or something like that, just to add an extra words to your TOC essay.
Looks like you probably should have done pretty well.
I'm hoping so. Well, let's see. Okay. Good. I'm happy with that. So now I just need, I still need an A and the E, I think. So, or it might be a B. I haven't checked the rubric in a bit.
Don't worry, we'll just see how it goes.
Okay, science, SL. Not many students do science, because like most people pick either chemistry, bio. You also did science, didn't you?
I did science because, the most flexible one. Instead of choosing one, you can just do all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like some students pick chem, bio, physics, computer science, sports science, those kind of things. I think just picking science, and then you get the prereqs for anything, because I don't know where I want to go after uni. So I think that's a good choice, and for you as well. So let's see. That one deserves a high five. I was really nervous about this one.
You were predicted to get the grade boundary, right?
Yeah, and on the exam, I mixed up there was two questions actually. One of them was a long chemistry question, but I thought it was a physics question, so I approached it from a physics way. Messed that one up. And I know another one was a biology question. I thought it was a computer science question, so I used those kind of formulas and mixed it up that way. So I probably am close to the boundary. I thought I'd be just below it.
Okay, so you did get the boundary.
Wow. It's literally so tight. It's so close. It literally says close right here.
Yeah, I think it's nice that the IB gives you a qualitative descriptor.
It is. Okay. I should be smooth sailing from here. Tariff studies, of course. Let's just go straight into tariff studies. You did HL as well?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a very rewarding subject to do. The problem was there's just such a big lack of real world examples.
Yes. Because everyone's using the chickpea in chickpea Australia India example, and because of that, there's not many. Every single exam is literally written about that because there's not many tariffs about it in the world.
So the only way you can really differentiate yourself is to make up some examples.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's a tip for all subjects, like in English and economics. Just make up real world examples, kind of, and
set yourself apart.
Yeah, I'd love it in the future. If between November now and like the next exam session, there was someone who if there was a country that put tons of tariffs on other countries, that would be nice.
No, make it so much easier. So much easier to make real world examples.
It would, but obviously we're in November, so there's no tariff examples at the moment. So let's check my grade. I'm pretty sure I did well. Okay, I'm good. I'm happy with that.
Still, that's a 7. You should be proud of that.
I thought that would be a lot higher, I'll be honest.
Maybe they taxed your result.
I don't know. Because initially I was gonna, what did they do, a 10% tariff on your, because I'm overseas from Wales where they mark it, so they would have put a tariff on my mark. But even then, like, so few people do tariff studies. We're lucky because our school offered tariff studies. Not many schools do. So most people who do it do end up getting a 7. So yeah, I mean, I got a 7, I guess. I'll take it. Maths CE.
You did your Maths CE in maths, right?
Yes, in maths. Some people do Maths CE in English. I decided to do it in maths.
Yeah.
It just saves a lot of words because nothing counts as a word anymore.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. Okay. I'm happy because I'm pretty sure that means I get...
you got a 7 in talk and a B in maths.
Yes. So that should mean I do well in math. Okay, here's the thing. To secure it, I'd love to get up to a 26. I don't know how I would vote.
The thing is, you could just pay, right? You could...
Oh, yeah, there's a price required for a grade increase. I love how IB added that. Although, does that add 1 point to it? Or does that, like, move me up the grade boundary?
Good question. The thing is, I mean, just pay for it once, right? And see what happens. If it only gets you up by 1 mark, then just pay again.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I might do that if I don't get free bonus marks. Okay, I also did astrology. We'll do that one last because that was the one where I had him take it for me. I shouldn't... Yeah, we'll get to that after. Let's just do traditional math first. So for traditional math, that's math capped at 1500. So none of the maths actually passes what we learnt in the 1500s. And I think it's a great subject for people who kind of struggle more with maths or don't like it as much. Let's check what we got. Okay, A. Good. That's max we can get. And let's check into it. So I got a 23. The lower boundary was a 24. Upper boundary was a 30. Wait, is 23 more or less than 24?
Well, I mean, doesn't really matter, right?
Because, I did SL, so there's no way I can tell.
I mean, yeah, you did maths capped in the 1500s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have calculators back then, so I don't think they would know either.
Yeah, exactly. So they'd have no idea whether 23 is bigger than 24. So they probably just gave me A.
Good job.
Yep, I'll take it. I just want to check bonus marks as well.
Hey!
Okay.
Yes.
So literally all we need is a 7 in astrology and it's a 45. Okay, and for astrology, pretty much, I'll explain it. Richie, over here, he did it at my school, but I was sick, like I was throwing up on the day of exams. So the school made it so I could take it the next day. So what I had happen is because I was still really sick the next day and they told me I'd fail if I didn't do it. I had Richie take the exam for me the next day, so the paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 1 I did, it was all multiple choice. It was about compatibility, like if you're a Sagittarius and a Virgo, what's your compatibility, that kind of stuff. Really easy, we did that a lot. I had him use my ID and stuff and take it for me. So, and because you'd already done the exam, you've got to get a 7, right?
Yeah.
I paid him over $1,000 to do it for me because he was so hesitant. So he's gonna do well, right?
I'm very passionate about astrology. It was one of my favorite subjects I did. I personally want to work at NASA as an astronomer. So I just thought I'd do astrology to give me a head start.
Yeah, and you can always work at NASA as an astrologist as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could.
So
Okay, let's have a look.
and you're telling me you've
Yeah.
got me the goods, right? You've got me some.
I mean, I got into the exam hall with your ID card. I think this should be the least of your problems.
Perfect. You
okay.
got me a 6.
Let's view details and see what happens. I got you a 95.
That's still a 6. Mate, this is my future. I need the 45. Otherwise, how am I going to get into these unis?
Well,
I needed the 45.
for your future.
Yes, for my future. My future's ruined because of you.
Well, I mean, you're an Aquarius, right?
Yes.
Okay, look there.
Yeah.
That's Jupiter, that's Saturn, and that's Earth. Okay? The alignment of those planets tells you that your future is in good hands.
That is a tree, that's a bird, and that's a power line. What the hell are you on?
No. Look there. That's Saturn, and it's moving around. It's orbiting. It's moving.
That's the bird. It just left the power line.
Oh, forget about that one. There. See
It's
that?
gone. It's literally gone above it.
See that? That's Earth, right? We call it the blue planet.
That's the sky.
No, that's the blue planet.
Mate, that's the sky. What are you going to do? Point to the chimney next and tell me that's like what, Mars?
No, look. There's a ring and there's some smoke. That's clearly Jupiter.
You said the Jupiter was the bird.
No. The thing is, I think you don't need to worry about it too much because at least you didn't take this exam. If you did it, I don't know, I think you might have failed.
Why? Because I couldn't recognize that bird as Jupiter.
That's Jupiter. It's not a bird. It's Jupiter.
What?
See, the thing is, I think you wouldn't have done as well as I would have in this exam.
Disappointing. We've been friends for so long and that's what you do to me.
No, maybe it was bound to happen because it's because I'm a Virgo.
I'm disappointed. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. As long as I have a diploma at the end, I can get into a university. A bit disappointed with that. As long as we have a diploma at the end.
Diploma not found.
Oh, this thing. I remember reading about this on the IB Reddit where some people had IB lose their diploma and then they have to find it themselves because IB is trying to promote independent learning, which means you have to find your own diploma.
Yeah. I guess that's why they call IB a journey, right?
So I guess we have to retrace our steps of the last 30 days. Try to find a diploma. It might be in Wales somewhere. Might be in Switzerland. We have no idea.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go find a diploma. The grind never stops.